Hey guys, Resolution Race 2021 is in the building, and I am your host, here to paint a story for you folks, here to give you a picture in a way that you'll understand it like little children. That's right, folks. A lot of time we get like little children when it comes to doing the things that we supposed to do. We begin to act childish and immature, folks, even when we don't realize it. Now, today, we're talking about sleep and we're talking about prioritizing sleep, which I've done a video on it before, but this one here, I'm going to try not to go over your head with it, but I want you to think about it like this, folks. Think of you just got your paycheck. Now, with that paycheck, you have a bunch of things to pay, whether it's the rent or the mortgage, car payment if you have one, car insurance, health insurance, other insurances that you may have, utility bills, expenses for the car, groceries for the house. The list go on and on, folks. When you get a certain amount of money on your paycheck, most of us are smart enough to say, well, I'm going to pay this with this, I'll pay that, and I'm going to pay that. Very rarely, when we mature and have a lot of bills, do we just spend it all up on things that we don't need and then can't pay our bills. I remember when I was back in high school and I bought what I wanted to buy because I didn't have rent. You know, the brand new Air Maxes, the Jordan, you name it, folks. Different types of clothes. I like Ralph Lauren back in the day. All those things came before food. I had a car, but I didn't have a lot of expenses for it. But those were the number one things on my list. Now, for those that are adults, we know better than that. For most of us, we don't go in the bank and tell the bank that we're going to pay a partial payment on our car. You ever have a $450 car note? And you say, I think I'll just give you $100. Take it or leave it. $100, that's all I got. We know that's not going to end well. How about to the mortgage lender? $800 house note. $200, all I got. Take it or leave it. Now, we were able to do that with the light bill a lot of times. I've done it. You know, a long time ago. I don't anymore. I just pay it as soon as it's due. But you pay a partial payment when the light bill is this much. You pay this much because you want to hold on to the rest. But here's where I'm going with that, folks. And there's 24 hours in a day. You go to work, 8. Some of you work maybe 10-hour shifts, some a little bit more. And let's say you have 12 hours left over. We know that sleep is important, but sometimes we act like little children because we don't put that in the budget. We don't prioritize that. Before work or after work, jump on the TV, jump on the internet. Maybe you go to so-and-so's house. Maybe you go down to the mall, and sleep is last on the list. So what we do is sometimes we give partial payments to our sleep. Instead of 8 hours, we give 4 or we give 5. And then the next day we suffer from it big time, coming to work groggy, walking around like a drunk zombie because we haven't paid the full payment. We haven't put that in our budget like we would with the cell phone bill, the car payment, the mortgage, the list go on and on. We know when we get paid, those bills have to be paid. Those needs have to be met. For some of us, or for the most of us, I would say, who are mature. Some of you still go out and party and gamble it away and worry about it later. But for those that know better, we know we can't get away with doing that. Folks will be knocking on your door, putting a foreclosure sign up. Car be going down the street on the tow truck because you hadn't paid the payment. We know better than that. But when we say that getting some Z's is important, we act like little children and put it on the back burner. So I'm here today, folks, to give you that vitamin. The vitamin we give our children. One that's sweet. One that has a bear on it. Something that looks attractive. To get them to eat it. Think about that, folks. So let me break it down to you, folks. You work 10 hours a day. There's 14 hours left. You get up and you brush your teeth, wash your face, prepare for the next day. And I know this isn't easy. Most of you are sitting back saying, I know. But do you do it? And that's what this channel is here to encourage you folks, to do the right thing. I'm not saying it's going to come overnight, but we do know that practice makes perfect. We do know if we can adopt some good habits by hanging around some good people. You know, you are who you hang around. You are who you listen to. You are what you eat. The list goes so on and so forth, folks. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. But you put your time in for work. You write it down. You work 10 hours and you say, I got 14 hours left. What am I going to do with the rest? Well, I'm going to prepare an hour before. And it may take me an hour to get home, fix me some dinner. You all know I got the blender going and the juicing going. And then you prepare some for the next day, right? So you can budget your time. It's about budgeting, folks. Just like you budget, you know, your check and you put everything in perspective. Sleep is important. Those things you can get back when you spend money and blow money, but we can't get that time back. We need to spend time sleeping so we can heal. We know when flu season comes around. We know, and studies show this, that you can recover faster when you get your rest. Studies show that the pounds come off easier when you've gotten your sleep. And I'm going to go into detail again on this, folks, on the different hormones that we have. Some will speed up our appetite, and there's another one that'll slow it down and tell us that we're full. And those things come when we get a good night's sleep. We can't use coffee as a substitute, but we must do the right thing, folks. Hopefully that'll all help you. Hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel. Leave me some questions. Leave me some comments. But stay plugged in if nothing else, folks. You can't get better by yourself. I know there are some out there saying, I know. But you continue to do the same thing. Why? Because it's who you hang around. You hang around folks who brag about getting no sleep. You ever hear those folks? Oh man, you need 8 hours? No, I can live off of 3. And then you watch them. They're no good. Their health is declining. So hang around good, positive people, folks. That's about doing the right thing. All right.